So welcome to Monday afternoon yoga. Got a really special practice for you today. I'm feeling that a lot of people still need a little bit of restorative yoga, and it's good to practice in a different way. So what we're going to do today is we're still going to work with the energy block release 2 that we did last week. We're going to work with it really focusing on the physical body. So we'll slow the movements right down and really notice the movement. So it's an extremely mindful practice. And by doing that, we can find perhaps a stillness in the mind. We've had another round of announcements and goings on in the country. So you might feel you need your mind to just slow down and find that inner stillness. I hope this practice brings that for you. It's also about being really kind to your body and having a loving relationship with your own body and yourself, and acceptance, gratitude, if you like, for all the bits that work, which hopefully most of them do, and just really appreciating that vessel or that temple, if you like, that you reside within. And we're also with that going to be working on creating some space in the sacroiliac joint, particularly towards the end of the practice, and also in the piriformis muscle, lengthening the piriformis muscle, creating some space in the fascia all around the sacroiliac area at the base of the spine. And this really helps switch on, well, it helps release tension, and it helps, I don't like to say trick, but yeah, convince your body that it's okay, everything, all is well, and that you can relax. So we'll do that part before we go into deep relaxation. So I invite you to start your practice by lying down today. We're going to start with a short, mindful relaxation. Use cushions under the knees if you wish to. So get yourself into a comfortable position, lying on your mat. And first of all, connect with that sense of touch. Noticing the parts of the body that are connecting with the mat. Backs of the heels, backs of the legs. The hips, the buttocks, parts of your back. Hands, your arms. And as you breathe out, become heavy through these points and allow yourself to connect fully through the sense of touch with the mat. Notice the clothes touching your skin. Notice any sensations of warmth or cold. This may include inside you, where if you've had something to eat or drink. Notice any other feelings in your body today. And you notice any areas of particular tension or any areas that feel particularly comfortable. Notice your breath. Follow the breath. Follow the in-breath through the nostrils. follow the out breath through the nostrils. Notice any differences in temperature in the in-breath and the out-breath. Notice the movements that your body makes to draw the breath in. The ribs, the belly, the collarbones. Notice the movements your body makes to let the breath go. And as you follow your breath, I'd like to read to you again a short quote from D.H. Lawrence about sleep. And if tonight my soul may find her peace in sleep and sink in good oblivion, and in the morning wake like a new opened flower, then I have been dipped again in God and new created. That's how important your sleep and your rest is. To be dipped again in God and new created. Now, as you follow your breath, begin to visualize each breath drawing prana, energy, light, in through the nostrils, into the lungs. Visualize that light, that prana, that energy flowing through both arms to the fingertips. Visualize filling the lungs and the heart with light and energy, life force. Allow that to spread through the abdomen, revitalizing the organs of your digestive system and the organs of the lower abdomen too. Allow this energy to flow through both legs, becoming aware of your body again. Timely tinkling on the phone. And so if you'd just like to come to sitting, we're going to sort of gradually work our way up and gradually work our way down today. Very lovely, gentle, kind practice for you and kind practice for your body. So we're going to begin with seated activations. So come to a comfortable sitting point. You can't see, there it is. I have a platform. Make your platform as high as you need. In an ideal world, your knees are supported as well. And in an ideal world, lower than the hips, or at least level with the hips. So bring the hips up by sitting on something. This helps you make a lovely long spine already. And so we're going to just begin by leaning in and squidging each shoulder. And then walk around to the side. And similar. Open up one side. Enjoy that side stretch. The cat. Walk around to the other side. You can do this sitting on a chair as well. The key thing is that your knees are supported so that you're not over stretching the hips because we're there a little while. Come up to sitting upright again. Breathe in and make a gentle turn to one side. Breathe in, right through the spine. Activate the spine with your breath. Come back to the front. So we take one leg behind you. You can still do this sitting on the chair or even sitting on the sofa. It's pretty comfy. And take a little squidge down through those shoulders again. Walk around to the leg that's behind you first. And have another squeeze. Opening up the other side. I think we missed it, didn't we? I was sitting. Should have done one at the start. This side. We're going to go both sides. Work your way around the other way. Breathe out, if you like, and you squeeze through your shoulders. And again, opening up the flanks of the body. Bring the spine upright. Breathe in. All the way to the crown. Turn to the leg behind you. Stretch spine to the front and the other way. Moving out as you twist. These are so lovely and graceful, aren't they? They feel good. Take the legs the other way. And down, squidge the shoulders forwards. Round. Open up the flanks. Breathe in, wriggle the fingers. Just enjoy, really enjoy being in your body. Make these enjoyable. Don't do anything uncomfortable. If it's more enjoyable on a chair, do it on a chair. This is meant to be a special treat for your body. Ooh, that one's nice. So already we're beginning to work into the lower part of the spine in different places, easing everything off. We're going to do a little twist. Lengthen on the in-breath, twisting behind you. Breathe in and breathe out. Come back to the front. Heavenly. You can practice those seated activations anytime you just need to ease things off, any tension, any knotty shoulders, if you've been driving or had a difficult meeting or a difficult phone call. Easing off the shoulders is so important. So we're just going to gently come to standing now and work with the first part of energy block release 2, very slowly, very mindfully, with full awareness on your wonderful body. And make sure that as you move, you give gratitude for your body just as it is. We start standing in Tadasana, mountain posture. Notice the soles of your feet contacting with the mat, with gravity. You may wish to just play with that. Noticing all the areas of your feet. Wiggling the toes, space them out if you can. Press them into the mat. How does that feel? Come to stillness. Notice your ankle joints. Your shin bones, the calf muscle behind them. Let the knees be soft. Feel how flexible they are and how you would be able to move that joint, and yet how you can hold that joint in stillness. Thigh bone, muscles of your thigh, so powerful. Your glute muscles, buttocks, supporting all of your hip area. Let the tailbone drop. Let gravity be your friend. And take all of the bottom half of the body down towards the earth. As if you could place a great big dinosaur tail. Breathe out. Place that dinosaur tail on the mat behind you. Strength supporting you through those thigh bones, through those hips. Pelvic floor gently switched on. Belly button gently back to the spine. Breathe in. Notice the snake-like movement with the breath as you lengthen on the in-breath. Breathe out. Let your shoulders settle each out breath. Take a few more breaths, noticing movement of the upper body up towards the heavens on the in-breath. Noticing collarbones, the neck. Letting the arms rest completely. Bring your chin up if you need to. It's just a little lifting here. Just brings the hands back. Your middle finger, ideally hanging level with the seam on your trousers if you have one. Close the eyes for a moment. Notice the beating of your heart. Pulsating. Sending prana, oxygen, food to every single cell in your body, filled with life. And then opening the eyes, we're going to begin the breath of Arjuna, crossing at the wrists, softening the knees a little. When we make this movement, we've got the hands level with the tailbone, so we begin to really exaggerate that snake-like movement on the in-breath. Reach up now. Take another breath in. Of course, breathe out as well. I didn't always say that. Palms turned up to the ceiling. And then on the next out breath, let them come down. Crossing the other hand in front of each other. Enjoy it. It's like, oh, a big morning stretch. Reaching up to the ceiling. On the next out breath. The hands just make this lovely circle in front. I love that. It's like you've got sparklers. Or sparkles, and you can just spread them around you. Again. Enjoy the unfolding of your body. Let the shoulders soften. Breathe out. Couple more with the breath now. Everything unraveling, everything unwinding. This time, keep the hands up high and bring the palms together. Bring the heel of the hand to the forehead. We're going to work with chair of the heart. Inhaling, bending the knees, exhaling. Become aware of the side ribs, opening, allowing the breath into the central part of the breath really with this movement, the rib cage. Opening up the ribs behind you perhaps, and you feel what's happening behind you. The heart massage, so keep the hand movements low and gentle if you need to, or if you're just a bit tired. If you have any heart problems, definitely keep the hands down low. I should have said at the beginning, we're going to need a chair today. Not mine. We're going to try that chair of the heart, sitting on the chair, to notice how it feels if you have your hips. Sit on the edge of the chair, bring those feet forward. And the hips are kind of more rigid and more supported when you work from a chair. You'll notice that it's actually stronger on the rib cage. So become aware of these side ribs, become aware of the ribs behind you. We're not often really noticing the ribs behind us. So breathe in, the arms go up. Breathe out, come back to the forehead. Of course, you can do this even on the chair with the hands down lower, if that's what you need, or if you have heart problems. And still notice that movement. Very light flooding in. Keep going with that for a couple more breaths. And then we'll come back to standing. We're going to have the the spinal twists both ways. We'll try them sitting and we'll try them standing. We'll do standing first. So you breathe in, and on the out breath, into your twist. You want to use the lower half of the body as well, that's up to you. If you've learned this already, it's lovely to bring the weight onto one foot, turn at the hips, and have the a feeling of length and stretching from the big toe all the way to the crown to come into a twist. We always breathe in at the centre. We also keep the arm that's moving bent, the arm that's moving backwards behind you. The leading arm, so we're not straightening it, we're keeping it bent at right angles at the elbow. Are there any parts of your spine that don't want to twist? Probably there are. more each way. And come back to the front. So we'll try that sitting on the chair as well. Bring the hands out to the front. And we're going to breathe in, lengthen the spine. Just take the body part of the way round. Breathe in, lengthen the spine. Take the arm to the back of the chair if you can. Breathe in, lengthen the spine and extend the twist, looking over the shoulders. See how my hips are trying to join in. I'm using the chair to stabilise and really feel the twist. Come back to the front. Breathe in. Just move the lower part of the spine first of all. Breathe in. Inhale. Put the elbows to the back of the chair. Breathe in. And see if you want to extend that twist. Be gentle with the neck, looking over the shoulder behind you. My hips come around my knees. Bringing the hands down to the knees. So it's really interesting working with a cat on a chair. I love it. So I'm going to turn my chair sideways. Your chair can stay where it is, so that you can see my cat. There it is. You might want to have the feet a little bit wider, a little bit more of a sumo wrestler pose going on. So this is, we would do this as a standing cat normally in Energy Block Release 2. We can do it as a sitting cat. So it's all about being kind to your body. You want to work with one notch at a time. So start by tilting the pelvis forward. Keep the core switched on, keep the belly button towards the spine. And then wriggle up a bit further. Notice, so just below the shoulder blades now. Lengthen between the shoulder blades can come back together. And then lengthen the crown up towards the ceiling. Look up as well. We're going to reverse the movement, starting at the base. Just tilting the pelvis the other way, unless you've got back problems. You probably wouldn't want to flex your lower spine too much. Start to flex the lower spine if that's okay for you. Bringing the shoulder blades forward now. Flexing the thoracic vertebrae and letting the head drop. Breathe out fully there. Begin the next movement on an in-breath. I'm doing it too slowly to do each one with the breath. So I'm beginning this is an extension I'm starting here by tilting. I'm tilting the whole of my pelvis forward. And then lengthening notch by notch through the spine. And I'm going to end it on an in-breath as well. I've been breathing in between. Even though I don't have breath that long. Start the flexion on an out-breath. If you've got any areas you think, oh, just do moving that a bit more, just pause there and move it, move into it, feel it. Are there any places where you're stuck? Breathe out when you get to the end and flex the whole spine. Starting on an in-breath. To extend, think of this as lengthening. Don't think of making the biggest possible lower back lordosis. Make the spine long. Ooh, reaching through each of the intervertebral discs, creating space. And bring the spine back to neutral. I'll just turn my chair around. Stay on your chair. So again, you might want to keep the legs reasonably wide, like a sumo wrestler. Love that image. It makes me feel quite strong. Oh, shoulder dips. So this is a twist that is especially for your thoracic spine, which doesn't necessarily, and these are even better really if we have the seat bones on the chair and the hips are forced to stay level. So we can just take a shoulder to between both feet. If your neck is okay to do so, gently look over the other shoulder. Breathe in, lengthen the spine as you come back to the middle. Let's try and stop the shoulders going up here. And keep them nice. So then the other shoulder dips between the middle. Looking over there. Come back to the centre. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. To make sure you're nice and stable on the chair, we're just going to work into a forward bend now. You can either hold the legs of the chair or you can use your own legs. We're just going to fold over the body. If you're comfortable there, let go with the hands. You might place the fingers under the toes if you want to. Take the legs wide, or if you want space for your tummy. But otherwise, really your thighs are kind of supporting the weight of your back. So this is a really lovely way to do a gentle forward bend. Let go with both shoulders. Each out breath, letting gravity release any pockets of tension in the muscles of the back. We'll try that circular breath, inhaling from the soles of the feet up to the tailbone, exhaling like a waterfall is flowing across both sides of the back, the head and neck. Inhale from the feet to the tailbone. Exhale, letting go. So you can use the chair legs or your own legs or your knees to safely uncurl to sit in. We're going to work on the floor now with the last few postures from Energy Block Release 2. The bridge, the Sphinx, and the Child's Pose. But you will need some cushions. We're going to do these in a fully supported way. And the purpose of this is to create some space between each of the facets of the lower lumbar and where it joins onto your pelvis, creating some freedom for movement there. But also by creating space there, you're switching on your relaxation response, allowing the body to relax. And you'll need a few cushions. I've got quite a pile. And you'll need, let's put this that way. So you're going to lie down onto your mat. Make sure you can reach your cushions. And we're just going to use one cushion at a time to raise the hips into a supported bridge. I don't know if you watched my Feel Good Friday video. Went from supported bridge to supported inversion. It's rather wonderful for me anyway. And I'm just going to make sure I've got my favourite one for my lower lumbar, because it's just the right size, this one, for my lower lumbar region. Puts pressure on just the right spot. Well, gravity puts the pressure on the right spots. So these postures work with gravity. When you're ready, place another cushion underneath. If you want to, you may be going to have a third one. See how it works for you. And then the third one, if you want a third one, if you can get it under there. I've got quite bulky cushions. And make sure that the cushion is, or your body is applied to the cushion, so that from your tailbone up to sort of just behind your belly button is actually resting and stretched nicely there by the cushions. So in this position, let gravity do its work. Again, become aware of your physical body, aware of the parts that are touching the cushions and the mat. Just track through the body to see if there's any places you could relax down even more with gravity. You stay there. I'm going to let my dog back in. It's a shame. I'm enjoying that. Want to come back in, Molly? Enjoy letting go of the breath fully. And if you find a little pocket where you think you might be holding on, just a little, breathe into that area. And as you breathe out, let gravity do its work. Of course, we're helping with Venus return because the hips are higher than the heart as well. Added bonus for your body. And say thank you, body. You deserve this. You really do. So I'll come back into bridge to show you how to come out of it. Quite simply, reversing the process. You might need to bring the feet a little bit closer to you and take one cushion away at a time. As you come down, do take one at a time. Don't be going mad for it. I know I came straight out. Because it's quite nice to just let the body adjust to that position if you've been there a little while. And another cushion. And don't forget, you can sigh all you like. No one can hear you. And the last cushion, if you have 3, let the body really enjoy settling back down onto the mat there. You might enjoy a little stretch overhead as well. Good to be you. So we're going to work with a supported sphinx, so you've still got the cushions near to you, rolling over onto your front. I'm just going to build a little sphinx platform here in front of you. And this is a fantastic way to watch television if you're prone to, hello, what are you doing? If you're prone to any lower lumbar problems, backache, is usually caused by sitting in a chair. What are you doing? I'm not playing. You go out and sort yourself out. She usually joins in with restorative yoga. It usually makes her feel very calm. Yes, so I was saying often sciatica as well and back problems are caused by like that. Caused by sitting, the lower back is extended all the time. So by lying in this position, you're extending the spine. Great for watching TV, better for reading books. If you've got glasses, you can't look up at the telly over the, you can't use your glasses. But if you look down to read, you should find backwards. Okay. I invite you to stay in your Sphinx for a while. You can have your arms and shoulders how you like. You don't need to have your core switched on to be quite supported in this position. Will I sort my dog out? So, as a counter posture to your supportive Sphinx, try this. If you're working from home and you're sitting a lot, you're going to get back problems. So do try, instead of sitting sometimes, if you need to relax and you don't really want to do too much sitting, this is a great alternative. You can have your laptop, your iPad in front of you. Can you see how my back's got this beautiful little lordosis and extension there? Very nice. So use the hands, come to the side of the body, push yourself up onto all fours, and we're going to work with a supported child's pose. So come back. If you don't like sitting on your heels, that's absolutely fine. So we've got hundreds of cushions here. I'm going to place this big one. I can roll it up. Place a nice cushion between the bottom and the heels. Take the knees quite wide so you've got space here for the torso. I'm going to create, I might have some to go over. Yeah, I'll have lots to go over. And just find your own super supported, comfy. It doesn't actually work for me having the cushion under there. I'd rather have these cushions squished up a bit more. Maybe just a little bit of pattern there. So keep playing. Find a really great child's pose that works for you. What I'm aiming for is to have a little bit of pressure on the diaphragm so that when you breathe in, you get that pressure, but then breathing out is deliciously easy. Your body doesn't do it, the cushions do it for you. If you don't like being in child's pose, the next posture is crocodile, lying on your front. So please feel you may do that if that's more comfortable for you, because this is about learning to listen to your body and do what's really nice for your body. It does a lot of great things for you. Stay in your child's pose if you're comfortable, or lie in your crocodile while I come up to talk to you. So in your child's pose, the breath is again that beautiful visualization of breathing into the tailbone and breathing out, letting water flow like waterfall along those longitudinal muscles over the head, neck and shoulders. Relaxing all the muscles that support your spine. Breathing in and letting go on that out breath. So if you're not already in crocodile now, lying on your front is the next posture. Take the feet wide. This opens up what we call Savasana, the lower belly area. No cushions required unless you want one for your, you don't really want one for your face because that would make your neck overextended. You want to take the feet quite wide. The forehead can rest on the two hands. Place the hands on top of each other. This is called Makarasana, which is actually more of a mythical water creature. It's not really a crocodile. Makarasana. But it does live in a swamp. And this is exactly what you should do if you're feeling swamped by everything at any time. Deep breath into the belly. Let the mat push the breath back out again. Adjust yourself if you need to. Adjust the hips. Adjust the shoulders and the elbows. may notice a pause starts to arrive after the out breath. You don't have to breathe in straight away. That was the dog groaning, not me. Really funny news. When you're ready, bring the toes together, hands to the side of the body. And gently help yourself up onto all fours and back to sitting. We're going to come on to, just check the time, yes we have. We're going to come on to the back now and work with even more release of the lower lumbar region and a stretch for the piriformis muscle. The piriformis muscle is often a reflection of how you're feeling. It can get tight if you're feeling restricted, bound, stressed in any other way. And by lengthening it, it can work the other way, a bit like when you smile, it can make you feel happy. Even if you don't want to smile and you force yourself to smile, that's how laughter yoga works. You can change how your body's actually feeling by the way you behave within your body. Or you can change how your mental state is. The two are connected. So we're going to lie down first of all. Bring the knees towards the body. I'll begin by circling. So we're going to draw the knees towards the body and circle them slowly away. Letting the breath stay long. You might want to breathe out as the knees come towards you and breathe in as you circle them around. Try that in the other direction. So the knees going away from you, widening and coming back towards you. Long breath. Let the breath begin to synchronize with that movement. And placing both feet on the floor. And take one foot into the air and take hold of the other ankle or foot. If you don't like or if your hips don't like being so open, then you can still just hold the knee. Otherwise, we're just going to begin to circle. Doesn't need to be locked at the knee there. You can keep it as bent as you need to so that it can balance in the air. We just circle it one way. And then circle it the other way. Notice what's happening on the mat. All those little joints, all those little connections and the tissues in between. That's what's loosely called fascia. Not a terribly scientific term. It's used a lot in yoga. It just means all the bits and pieces, the ligaments, the bits in between, the tissue, cells that are in between, the obvious muscles, ligaments, and so on. And try that with the other leg. So again, just hold the knee if you don't want your hip outturned. Circling one way. Circling the other way. So I'm going to finish with a piriformis stretch. Again, this isn't really for you, right for you probably if you have hip problems or if you've had hip replacements. So please feel into what's right for your body. So if you can place your ankle onto the other knee, we're going to take hold of the thigh, the foot that was on the ground, and as you draw that leg back to you, you should feel a stretch through the piriformis muscle of the side where you have the foot on the knee. You can do it more gently by just crossing. If you just cross at the knees and then draw both legs towards you, that will still be a more gentle piriformis stretch without putting your hip under so much strain. Release and change sides. So again, decide if you want a more gentle one, just with the knees crossed. If you can, and it's comfortable for you to do so, placing your ankle on the thigh and drawing that leg. You sort of have to hook your arms through and draw that leg towards you. Just maybe breathe in. So it's this muscle just below the glutes, really, piriformis. Breathe into that area, breathe out. Visualise warming that area. Soothing, lengthening. And let both feet come to the ground. And so it's reached that time where it's time for you to get ready for your deep relaxation. So we're all about loving care for the body. The body looks after you every day. So you probably want to support underneath the knees with some cushions. You might, it depends on your posture really. The muscles have become a bit long on the trapezius, you might need to push it onto the head. Otherwise, let it relax back on the floor. Having the throat open is a great way to switch on the relaxation response. And if you can, just bring your shoulder blades, if you need to, underneath you, so that your palms turn up. Let the feet be more than 1 hip width wide. Let the feet flop outwards. And find yourself some comfort, and if it becomes uncomfortable, change position. I'm going to find myself some comfortable seated position. I'll bring you the candle begin by again noticing parts of the body that are connecting with the floor. Notice that sense of touch. And notice gravity drawing you down onto the mat. The heels, the backs of the legs, the hips, the whole of the back, relaxing parts of the back, supported by the mat, the earth below that, the shoulders, the hands, the head. Allow it to rest. Notice if any feelings in your body have changed since the start. Are there any new areas of warmth or any areas where you've let go? Notice your breath. And on the out breath, as you become heavier, notice an increase in the areas of your body touching the mat. As you allow the body to rest. And now stretch through the heels, pushing the heels away, stretching the whole of the leg, and let go. As you breathe in, point the toes away and stretch through the whole of the leg and the foot, and let go. Breathe into the belly now, pushing the belly upwards and outwards. As you breathe out, press the whole of the spine, the whole of the back down into the mat hard, and then let go. Not all of it, might still be touching the mat, that's fine. Take a softer and deeper belly breath in. And then let the whole of the breath go from the belly. Now breathing into the lungs, draw the shoulder blades together behind you. And breathe out from the whole of the rib cage, letting go. And do that again without drawing the shoulder blades together, breathing deeply into the rib cage. And letting go fully, letting all the breath in the rib cage go. Now on the in-breath, shrug the shoulders up towards the ears. And then let go. Now without shrugging the shoulders, breathe in using the collarbones to the upper ribs, into the throat region. And breathe out, let go with the collarbones, let go with the throat. Raise your both arms off the floor and stretch all the way through the fingers, inhaling. Exhale and let go. Letting the arms rest in a comfortable position for you. hear the dog snoring. It's very loud for me. Zoom might take it out, but the relaxation is working well on her. Now just raise the head and bring the chin towards the sternum, and then let the head rest and become heavy. Let it rest completely. Breathe in. On the exhale, turn the head to one side. Breathe in, bring the head back to the centre. Breathe out, turn the head to the other side. Bring the head back to centre. Now squeeze the eyes, nose and mouth up tightly, and then let go. Now visualise a golden ball of light, warm and soft like the rising sun. Bring it close to the sole of your right foot. So that as you inhale, you can draw warmth and softness through the whole of the foot. Allow your foot to rest. Allow this warmth to spread past the ankle joint, saturating the whole of your calf muscle with softness. Visualise golden light radiating around the knee joint, soothing and healing this joint. Warming the thigh, the front of the leg and the back of the leg. As you give your right leg permission to rest completely. Bring this image, this golden warmth, close to the sole of your left foot. As you breathe in, for warmth and softness into the foot, resting all the muscles and joints. Allow the whole of your foot to rest. Allow warmth to spread past the ankle joint, saturating your calf with softness. Visualise golden light radiating all around the knee joint, soothing and softening this joint. Warmth saturating the muscles of the upper leg as you give your left leg permission to rest completely. Breathe warmth into the belly. Let this soothing light spread to the muscles of the lower back. Take a deep breath into the lungs. Fill the lungs with golden warmth. Allow warmth to spread through the muscles on the right hand side of the spine, on the left hand side of the spine, unraveling, unwinding, soothing and softening. Feel warmth spreading through both shoulders, unraveling, unwinding, soothing and softening. Allow the right shoulder to become heavy again. Allow the left shoulder to become heavy again. Bring this image, this golden warmth, close to the palm of your right hand as you inhale. Draw golden light into the centre of the palm. Allow it to radiate to the thumb and each of the fingers. Allow warmth to spread through the muscles and joints of the right arm as you allow it to rest completely. Bring this image, this golden warmth, close to the palm of your left hand as you inhale. Draw golden light into the centre of the palm. Allow it to radiate to the thumb and each of the fingers. Allow warmth to spread through the muscles and joints of your left arm. And allow it to rest completely. Inhale, golden light to the lungs, the heart center. Allow this feeling of spaciousness to spread through the throat and a golden glow to spread across the face. Allow a gentle smile on the lips and a twinkle at the corners of the eyes. And allow yourself to rest completely. You may wish to affirm to yourself, I'm safe, I am supported, I am loved. Now bring the awareness back to the crown. This time visualizing bright white light, refreshing and revitalizing. Take a deep breath and draw this energy into each and every brain cell, refreshing and renewing the mind. Create a river of light from the crown down to the tailbone, refreshing and renewing each vertebrae and each disc. Take some deep breaths into the lungs, revitalizing those wonderful organs, your heart and lungs, keeping you alive every moment of every day and night. Allow this energy to radiate through both arms to the fingertips. Take a deep breath into the belly. Allow white, bright light to revitalize and renew the organs of the abdomen, the digestive system, the kidneys behind you, liver, organs of the lower abdomen. And on the next breath, allow bright white radiance through both of the lower limbs, beginning to make some small movements, or have a stretch. Enjoy being you in your own body and say thank you to your body for keeping you alive each moment of each and every day. And coming onto your side, just hold that position for a moment while you slowly wake up in gratitude for being you. And rubbing the hands together. Create a bit of extra prana, a little shampoo. Send that to the brain cells, that extra energy from the fingertips, if you need it. I do. Excuse Molly snoring throughout most of the relaxation. I don't know if it's recorded it. Give yourself a hug. Well done, you. Thank you, body. Doing a good job. And send one out to anyone with us or watching the recording. We'll finish with namaste. I see the light in you.